Good evening, everyone. We just had the informal meeting of the leaders, and as you know, we started by listening to the message communicated by the President of the European Parliament. This was the first point, with also the occasion to listen to Ursula von der Leyen. She shared with us some thoughts about the future of the European Union, and then we had the dinner together with the leaders. It was a good occasion to exchange views, to take into account the result of the elections, and to prepare the formal meeting of the European Council that will take place next week here in Brussels. This was a good conversation. It goes in the right direction, I think, but there is no agreement tonight at this stage. The political parties are playing a role, and this is natural in such a political moment. They made proposals, and we'll have the occasion in the days to come to work further and to prepare the decisions that we need to make. I would like to insist on the fact that it is very clear, it was always very clear, that in June we have to make two decisions. One related to the institutional cycle, is one important topic, taking into account the result of the elections in the European Parliament, and another important decision in the strategic agenda. And we have started to work on these orientations many months ago. In fact, it has started in Grenada with the Grenada statement. I had the occasion a few days ago to send a draft with some proposals for the strategic agenda to all the colleagues, and it will be a topic on the agenda next week, and I'm confident we can also agree on the orientation, because in fact we need to agree on a team and we need to agree on a program that will be the orientations for the next institutional cycle.
How confident are you?
Two or three questions, but not
How
more than that.
confident are you about the success of the testing?
Look, I can tell you that because I had the experience 5 years ago, I know that it is very important to guarantee the transparency and inclusivity of the process, and to make sure that the 27 member states, they feel involved in the process. And I think that is my responsibility to make sure that all the leaders have the same level of information, the same level of intelligence. And this meeting was important for that purpose, not only for that purpose, but certainly for that purpose. And it is making me confident, because I think that if there is a certain level of trust, this is always helpful to make a decision. And you know, I remember that when I became President of the European Council 5 years ago, Donald Tusk gave me an excellent advice. He told me, make sure that you work day and night to protect the unity of the European Union and the unity of the European Council. And here, this is a special moment. Why? Because in fact there is a role for the political parties, and this is in line with the European elections result. But the European Council is an important body, and we have to make sure that in the future this body will be in a position to guarantee as much as possible the unity of the European Union. I think this is our collective duty to make a decision by the end of June. I made several times publicly this point. I have not changed my mind about that. I think the collective duty, the 27 leaders, they have to work very hard to make sure that there will be an agreement on the institutional cycle and on the strategic agenda.
What were the obstacles today?
In fact, it was absolutely clear from the beginning, and not a surprise at all, that the purpose today was not to make a decision. And by the way, to make a decision, it would have supposed something different in terms of legal process. This is planned for next week. It was planned, this meeting, so that there was the occasion to have an in-depth exchange of views, to be transparent to each other, to share the concerns, the priorities, the hopes, the expectations, so that everyone can listen to everyone. Very important element in the decision-making process, and that's why the purpose tonight, was not to make a decision.
But is there a majority for the trio? Von der Leyen, Costa and Kappa?
It will be clarified next week, and this conversation today was a useful step to prepare the next European Council, but the decision will be made in the next European Council, the next formal European Council that will take place next week. Thank you, merci beaucoup.